Alright, hi guys. Today we're gonna do a video about Lilian. Why she's a very decent tanky mage. I'm gonna do some tests. Um, I've tried using her for arena a couple of times. Um, anyway, let's watch. Alright. And then after that, we're gonna talk about our season 2 Octos. Yes, those have been announced. Yeah, anyway, um, I tried using scrolls for Lilian today. Right? I didn't get her from scrolls, so I just mileaged. But anyway, I got her the +3 with some books. Let's test her out. Okay, so for Lilian, you want her to go last so that her defense buff lasts longer and she can tank more damage. Alright? Okay, so she's gonna get hit now. My defense, my shield rune isn't that good, so it's 99.36. So she actually takes a little bit of damage. When units attack her, she gets a buff. This. Mine is low skilled, so the damage isn't that good. And this is a +10 gym, I think. Yeah. Anyway, so basically after testing her out for like, I think I did 20 arena fights, in my opinion, as a tank, +3 is okay. But her damage is severely lacking at +3. So it's 11k. I think it's a little bit too low for me to use her in arena right now. But if I do intend to invest more skill books in her, I can use her. So in a way, she's like an Archon with less investment involved. Okay, because Archon really needs +10 to be the huge roadblock that he is. Lilian only needs +3. Yeah, 50%. Before that it's 35, which I think it's really impossible to get from runes. You can't get 65% rune, shield runes. So my runes aren't that good. But yeah, if I had a little bit more somewhere here or here, I could get 100% defense. What does 100% defense mean? If you're new, this is for the new guys. So basically, any unit that does not deal fixed additional damage, fixed additional damage is damage that is dealt that is not, how do you say, reduced by defense. So something like Archon. Fixed additional damage, 285%. Okay, so this goes through defense, and which is why it does damage to 100% defense units, if that makes sense. Whilst maybe Sigmund does not have this skill. His damage is normal, additional damage, normal stuff. So it is reduced by defense. So the higher the defense, the less damage you deal. Okay, if you notice just now, Lilian took very, very little damage from Jin. And Jin was like doing a shit ton of damage to Chakla and my Ceres, I believe. Yeah, so once the battle starts, the defense buff is active. But once she casts her spell, it's gone. There's something else to say. If you don't have Veronia, it is very difficult for Foxy to be effective against Seer. Okay. Okay, watch. 5 damage. 60 damage. Now her buff is gone because she cast a spell. 0% defense. She's just gonna die to Jin. Or Arkan, because she has 0 defense. Okay, now watch Jin hit Ceres. How much damage he does? 4,000. And I hope this helps you understand. Damage reduction, literally defense. Alright. And which is why Seer is really OP. Because when people she curse, they get her stigma that remains on them. Like people hit Seer and they get the stigma if they're not immune. And if they die, Seer gets 35% defense. So basically, almost 100% defense for my Seer when she gets the buff. And along the same lines of Lilian. And Arkan, of course. Let me find an Arkan to explain this. I think Gelf has an Arkan. Yeah, +9. So with the shield runes, literally unkillable with normal damage units. Yeah. Conclusion for myself would be, I think I can only use her when Season 2 Octos are out. The Dominus Octos. Because then my lineup would be 40% of it would be useless. Which means that 4 units that I use in Arena would be really, really bad with the new Octos. Okay, I'm going to do a little introduction as to why the Season 2 Octos change everything. Okay? And why it destroys the bomber meta that we have right now. So basically, everyone uses bombs, right? But this guy doesn't have bombs. Bomb, Goliath, Skelly bombs. This is our current meta. And the new Octos are going to change this. These guys. Let me see if I can... Okay, so basically, Velfern, Valze, Asmode, and Mamonir. Okay, Velfern is and Mamonir, the two on the left, are available with ancient coins. You can get them with 1,005. So basically, everyone will have Velfern, the little boy mage. Side note, he is the leader of the Dominus Octos. What Belphin does is um, he's a mage that has energy shield, which means the energy shield is on top of his HP. So it's based on his HP, the amount of shield there is, but it becomes a crazy amount. Okay, so he's very tanky, and with the most godliest HP runes, his energy shield would be about 30, 30 over 1,000 shield. So that's a lot of damage to tank through that shield. Also, Velfern has defense plus 95% before he attacks. So basically what this means is he only takes, let me double check this. There isn't the stats for him. Okay, so he takes very, very, very little damage when he gets countered by bombs, skeletons, Jin, Aaron. Okay, add that to the huge EHP that he has, the little mage boy. Makes him extremely, extremely tanky. And he just destroys all the bombs and skeletons, right? Because his AoE is 3 times 3, so it's a big area. Right. Also, he also gets additional damage through the number of how do I say this? Debuff skills, right? He also has death absorption. So basically, what it means is um, his attack power increases with the number of tombstones on the, the whole screen. So he deals fixed additional damage, I think. Is it fixed? Not sure about that, but yeah, he deals a lot of damage. Okay, if there are many tombstones. Okay, anyway, recommendation. Velfern is very, very, very strong. It's the most used unit in Korea. You want to get him and just feed him books. Alright. Next we have Asmode. Asmode is the pimp on the right, the red hair. Asmode is more of a funky, different kind of unit in the game. He is a support, right? So, as a support, normally you don't deal damage to your enemies. Yeah. Um. Okay, let's try and do this. If you're playing right now, check out your in-game book. So there is Kyla. What she does is she boosts her allies' attack and reduce the incoming damage, but they pay a price of their max HP of 35%. So, uh, once she buffs them, they lose their max HP, 35% of the max HP. Okay. Why did I show you this? Okay, because what Asmode does, the pimp, what he does is he does this. So when he buffs the enemy directly in front of him. Not, he doesn't buff his allies, he buffs the enemies. And this buffs, what does it do? It's not really a buff, it's a debuff that it reduces their defense, I think. Yeah, so it reduces their defense and takes their HP. So 40% of the enemy's HP, I think it's at plus 10 or something. That's the amount of HP he gets. He makes them pay the price, literally, of 40% current HP. What is interesting about this is that you can use critical and rage runes to increase this damage. So, Asmode, it is possible to one-shot enemies with this skill, if that makes sense. As you can see in the picture, right? So, in a way, it makes him extremely overpowered. Because he is a support, he does not take a turn. What does this mean? If you watch my previous videos on how to chain supports, chaining supports, they do not take up a turn, which means it does the attack does not go over to the enemy. So basically, he can one-shot stuff, and then his ally, another unit, the next in line, can deal damage as well. So this makes him extremely strong. Asmode is from Gacha, like Lucius and Levia, so the chances of you getting him are pretty low, but good luck all. Extremely strong unit. Okay, next will be Mamonir. Ammonia is the sort of lolly girl on the octopus, the one bottom left. Mamonir is a tank, a defender. She is similar to Belphin. She has energy shield. At high skill level, I think it's maximum HP times 350%. And that is a whole lot of EHP, okay? She's really tanky. She also can deal damage, and I think she removes buffs. Does she remove buffs? Yeah, I think somewhere along the lines of that. She removes buffs and yeah, so before the enemy attacks her, before they hit her, she removes their buffs. So that makes her even more tankier. And basically, I think that there are only a few units that can kill her, like maybe Eden, or anyone with super strong attack. Very tanky unit. And that's like the main point of her. She's a super tanky unit. In a way, she can be compared to Lucius. Lucius isn't tanky, but Lucius is a unit that just forces you to use your turns, your attacks on him, no matter what. You just can't kill Lucius until his death guard is off. Mamonir can do damage. I think she has like 250% additional damage when she attacks, so that's still nice. It's painful as well. So a tank that can tank well and deal damage is very nice. Okay, let me talk about energy shield. Energy shield. Okay, so let's say Mamonir has like 20,000 energy shield, right? So 20,000 on top of her HP, or maybe 9,000. So that's like 29,000 EHP. And the thing is, this energy shield recovers every turn. So basically it's based on maximum HP. So if she doesn't take damage and whatever, energy shields is gonna recover back to full again. So it's extremely OP mechanic in the game. Yeah, so 1,500 ancient coins for Mamonir as well. Okay, last one would be Valze. Valze, I can't pronounce that. Valze. Okay, Valze, the bottom right girl. She's a DPS, a very good DPS, because she gets Death Guard before she attacks. What does this mean? It means that she clears bombs like no other. Right, so Death Guard is what Lucius has. I think it's 4 or 5 attacks. 5 attacks. And you don't take any damage at all. At all. So when she attacks, she does not take any damage, any counter damage. And she has a 5 tile last roll attack tile, if that makes sense. So what's a 5 tile attack? Like this. Where's my viola? Like this. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last row, same as Belgian. Why is 5 tile good? So basically it means I can place her here in this position. Okay, let's take Beliaf as her. I can place her here. She's still gonna hit all 3 rows, no matter what, wherever she is, the last row. So extremely strong. She has 250% additional damage as well, and whatever damage she does with her basic attack, the normal attack, she heals 100% of it. So a DPS that heals up every time she hits something. Her third skill is critical damage, based on her, how do you say, critical probability. So crit rate crit damage based on her crit rate, and whatever critical damage amount she has, it's times 20% increased attack power. So she's a strong damage unit, but the true OP units in among the 4 of them is probably Velfern and Asmode. So those two are Velfern you can get without going through the pain of gacha, but Asmode is probably the grand prize. All right. Asia server is gonna get these Octos on March the 7th. It was just announced on Plug, the Brown Dust website. So once they are released, all bombers are gonna die a bad death, and my poor Beliaf is gonna die too, because Velfern just clears all the skeletons like nothing. I think if that makes sense to you. Yep, okay. I think I've covered everything. Yeah, my suggestion, try your luck and try and save your scrolls, your legend scrolls, till they are released. Oh yeah, global server is also going to be open on March 7th. So they may or may not get the Season 2 Octos at server opening, I'm not sure. But yeah, so the whole meta is going to change because Velfern is an ancient coin unit and everyone can get him. It's not based on luck. and he'll probably become the most used unit in the server. Okay, anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Um, Give me a like, thumbs up, subscribe, whatever, it's up to you if you like the video and content. I stream at weird timings, but if you happen to be around and you happen to see me streaming, come and say hi. Alright, take care guys, see ya.